Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
49. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Watch out. Blue draw Corker. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now this throw caught left side. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You got nothing.
Shoot.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Ready.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Ready. Black 25 behind.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Sonic.
Come on here. Come get some.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. Blue ready. 50.
I know he ain't got it. Hey.
What have we got?
On 3rd down, Winston. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Gordon Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Winston going underneath for Gordon. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jameis to throw it. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? Black 22. White. You must be getting tired of seeing.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had to tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jack Fox now. Back deep, Jalen Richard. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Benjamin's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston finds the open target, Arnold. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
70, Indy. Target. No. Now.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Come on.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
22 jet bombers. Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. He got 29 yards that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bang.
Alert 3.
Lock now on first down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right? He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
You're not ready. Go. Motion. 50 move. 58, Mike. I got him. Hey, 58 is the get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Mike 22. Mike 50. Tommy. It's our time. Hey, flip it. Tighten up.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I got you. Clean, triple team.
The first down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Winston. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Where'd we go?
3rd and long for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready. 60 yards. Alpha.
49.
On 2nd and a yard. Lock. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Lock now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon. Josh Jones in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Winston. Pass incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch 49. Here we go.
Mike's 49. Mike's
Yep.
49.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Gordon. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Winston is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third. And Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Locke. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam on 61, matchbox right.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Locke to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Switch it.
Bam.
Slam.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Let's go.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Twist on travel.
Shoot. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, Foxtrot.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Hey.
Son, I got you, son.
General West.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. It's been a long day for you.
Ready.
Block now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this. The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Johnson, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tie.